Kristen?
Josh, thanks. To follow on Dave's question.
Yes.
Why haven't we heard from the president in over 2 months?
Well, I think you've actually heard quite a bit from the president. Anybody that was on the bus tour heard from the president 3 or 4 times a day. And he certainly is talking to a number of reporters. He certainly talks to a number of reporters, all of which you've seen, which I think you actually probably aired on your broadcast. So
We didn't have a choice.
We have no choice.
So right, but you had an opportunity to broadcast those comments on your network. The president did a bill signing in the Oval Office at the beginning of last week, in which one of your colleagues asked a question, and the president answered it. So again, I don't have any. I don't have any announcements to make in terms of what kind of timing we would have. But the president has spent a lot of time answering questions from journalists all across the country. The president spent a lot of time talking publicly about the issues that he thinks are at stake in this election and are worthy of an important political debate about the future of the country. And that is something that he feels a responsibility to do.
But Josh, today he was asked questions about what superhero he would want to be, what he thinks of the latest Carly Rae Jepsen song. I mean, doesn't he risk looking dismissive of some of these larger issues that have been discussed this week? Medicare, the issues that the comments that Vice President Biden brought up this week that came under so much scrutiny by not addressing the press corps, the journalists who follow him every day.
Again, anybody who has listened to what the president has said on the campaign trail, the president over the course of this week has done 3 and 4 events a day where he's talking about issues that he thinks are at the top of the political agenda that are so critical to the future of this country. So from issues ranging from dealing with the drought conditions, a disaster emergency has been declared for more than half the counties all across the country. Congress has stood in the way. I should be precise about that. House Republicans have stood in the way of passing a bipartisan farm bill that was passed through the Senate that would offer additional tools for us to deal with the challenges of the drought. The president spent extensive time talking about the production tax credit. This is a tax credit that supports the growing wind industry in this country. As I pointed out earlier, the renewable energy production has doubled since President Obama took office. We're making important gains in this, but there are also jobs at stake. 37,000 jobs could be put at risk if the production tax credit is not extended. This is something that a lot of Democrats support. This is also something that a lot of Republicans support, but yet it's something that hasn't passed the Congress and is steadfastly opposed by the president's Republican opponent. These are the kinds of issues. These are the issues that the president has been talking about. This is what he spends his time talking about. He also spends his time talking to reporters from a wide range of outlets, and he does his best to answer those questions when they come up.
I know you don't have an exact date, but will the president address the White House press corps within the next week, the next 2 weeks? Can you give us a rough?
You want to plan your own schedule around it? I don't have any guidance to offer you now. But as the president did last week when he took a question from one of your colleagues in the Oval Office, I have no doubt that the president will continue to take questions from the august body of journalists that are gathered in this room.